You can leave Australia and still be taxed as if you never left. They determine it based on what your life setup actually proves, and there are 3 legal tests that decide your tax status. If you don't understand these tests, you can't build real exit optionality. I'm Vina White, CEO of WellSafe. Australian tax residency is always fact specific. It's determined by how your life is structured. So let's go straight into the 3 tests that matter. Test 1 is the resides test, sometimes referred to as ordinary concepts. In simple terms, it asks a very practical question. Where do you actually live on a day-to-day basis? This test looks at your pattern of life, where your routines, relationships, and daily reality are actually based. If your real home base is still Australia, your family base, routines, and continuity, then spending time overseas doesn't automatically change that. So the real question becomes, where is your genuine home base? Test 2 is the one that catches many Australians. Even if you're living overseas, Australia can still treat you as resident unless the ATO is satisfied that your permanent place of abode is outside Australia. Important point. Permanent doesn't mean forever. It means not temporary. So if you leave Australia but don't establish a genuine base elsewhere, or your Australian life is still essentially your home base, this test can pull you back in, which is why exit optionality isn't assumed, it's engineered. We see this all the time. Someone moves overseas but keeps their Australian home, keeps accounts active, keeps everything as if they never left, and the ATO treats them as still resident. Now, the most misunderstood rule, the 183-day test, most people think if I spend less than 183 days in Australia, I'm safe. But that's not the correct way to interpret it. The 183-day rule is primarily a tripwire. If you spend more than 183 days in Australia, you can be deemed a resident, unless you can demonstrate that your usual place of abode is elsewhere. So it's not a strategy, it's simply a rule you must avoid triggering. So here's the clean takeaway. Australian residency is determined by objective facts, and the strongest positions usually come from 2 structural moves. Number 1, sever continuity with Australia. Number 2, establish a genuine base elsewhere. That's exactly what we'll cover next. In episode 3, I'm going to explain the 2-year factor, an ATO rule of thumb that can make your residency position either easier or harder to defend depending on your timeline. If you're a founder or business owner 12 to 36 months from potential relocation and want a structured assessment of your position, you can request an exit optionality assessment. See you in episode 3.